like scattered diamonds across the deep blue sky. Her eyes caught sight of a man standing by the roadside, his expression a mix of frustration and helplessness. Curiosity piqued. Emily stepped outside into the cool evening air. The street was almost empty, the usual hustle of the day replaced by the gentle hum of distant crickets. She approached the man cautiously, noting his well-tailored suit and polished shoes, which seemed out of place in their sleepy little town. "Excuse me," she called out softly, not wanting to startle him. "Is everything all right?" The man turned to face her, a look of surprise flashing across his features before he managed a polite, albeit weary, smile. "Not exactly," he admitted, running a hand through his hair in exasperation. "My car's broken down and my phone's dead. I was just trying to figure out what to do next." Emily nodded, her heart going out to him. She knew what it was like to feel stranded and alone, even if just for a moment. "Well, you're in luck," she said with a gentle smile. "I just finished my shift, and I can help you make a phone call if you'd like." The man's relief was palpable, his shoulders relaxing as he let out a grateful sigh. "That would be amazing. Thank you so much." She led him back into the diner, the warmth of the place enveloping them as they stepped inside. The cozy atmosphere seemed to ease some of the tension in the man's demeanor as he took in the quaint decor. Emily handed him the diner's phone, watching as he dialed a number and spoke briefly, arranging for someone to come to his aid. "Thank you," he said again, handing the phone back to her. "I'm Alex, by the way. I really appreciate your kindness, especially at this hour." "Nice to meet you, Alex." "I'm Emily," she replied, feeling a strange sense of connection to this stranger. "It's no trouble at all. It's what we do around here, help each other out." Alex chuckled, a sound that seemed to carry a hint of something Emily couldn't quite place. "I guess I picked the right town to break down in, then." They shared a laugh, the kind that felt as though it could bridge the gap between strangers and friends. As they talked, Emily learned that Alex was passing through on business, though he didn't offer much more detail. She didn't pry his presence was enough to stir a curiosity she hadn't felt in a long time. Outside, the night stretched on, the stars casting a gentle glow over the town. In that moment, amidst the quiet and the warmth of the diner, Emily felt a sense of peace, unaware of how this simple act of kindness would soon weave their lives together in ways she could never have imagined. Emily and Alex settled into a conversation as they waited for the tow truck to arrive. The diner was quiet now, the only sound the soft hum of the refrigerator in the corner. Emily leaned against the counter, and Alex took a seat at one of the booths, his earlier stress slowly ebbing away. "So what brings you to our little town?" Emily asked, genuinely curious. "Business," mostly, Alex replied, resting his elbows on the table. "I had a meeting with a client earlier today. It's just a quick trip, really." Emily nodded, sensing there was more to his story. "Do you travel a lot for work?" "Yeah, quite a bit. It's funny though. No matter how many places I visit, they all start to blur together after a while," Alex admitted with a small smile. "But this town, it's different. It feels peaceful." "It is," Emily agreed, her eyes lighting up. "I've lived here my whole life. It's small, but there's something comforting about it." Alex looked at her, genuinely interested. "Do you ever think about leaving? Seeing what else is out there?" Emily hesitated, then nodded. "All the time. I've always dreamed of traveling, seeing the world. I want to paint the places I visit, capture the beauty and the stories of different places in my art." "You're an artist?" Alex asked, sounding impressed. "Trying to be," Emily said with a shy smile. "I haven't had much opportunity to pursue it seriously, but it's my passion." Alex leaned back, considering her words. "I think that's amazing. It takes a lot of courage to follow your dreams, especially when they seem so far away." Emily felt a warmth spread through her at his words. It was rare for her to talk about her aspirations with someone who understood. "What about you? Do you have any passions outside of work?" Alex thought for a moment, I've always loved art, actually. I'm not much of an artist myself, but I appreciate it. There's something about how a painting can tell a story without words. Emily's eyes brightened at this shared interest. Really? Do you have a favorite artist or style? I'm a big fan of Impressionism, Alex said. Monet, in particular. The way he uses color and light. It's like you're stepping into another world. They continued to talk, their conversation flowing easily from one topic to another. Emily found herself enjoying Alex's company more than she expected. There was a sincerity to him, a genuine interest in what she had to say that made her feel seen in a way she hadn't in a long time. After a while, the conversation lulled, and they sat in comfortable silence, each lost in their own thoughts. Emily glanced at the clock, realizing how late it had gotten. Would you like to come over for some tea while we wait? My apartment is just upstairs. Alex hesitated for a moment, then nodded. That sounds nice. Thank you. They left the diner and headed up the narrow staircase to Emily's apartment. It was small but cozy, with walls adorned with her paintings and sketches. The space felt lived in and welcoming, a reflection of Emily herself. As Emily busied herself in the kitchen, Alex wandered around the room, admiring her artwork. These are incredible, he said, genuine admiration in his voice. You've got real talent, Emily. Thank you, Emily replied, a blush creeping up her cheeks. It's just something I do in my spare time. You should do it more, Alex encouraged. The world needs more beauty like this. Emily smiled, feeling a flutter of hope. I'd like that. They sat together on the small sofa, sipping tea and continuing their conversation. The more they talked, the more Emily felt a connection to Alex, a sense of understanding and camaraderie that was both unexpected and comforting. As the night wore on, Emily realized she didn't want the evening to end. There was something about Alex that drew her in, something she couldn't quite put her finger on. It was as if they were two pieces of a puzzle, fitting together in a way that felt right. Eventually, the tow truck arrived and Alex stood to leave. Thank you for everything, Emily. I really appreciate it. It was my pleasure, Emily replied, walking him to the door. I'm glad we met. Me too, Alex said, his eyes meeting hers. I'll be back this way soon. Maybe we could meet up again. I'd like that, Emily said, her heart lifting at the thought. As Alex left, Emily stood at the window, watching him go. She felt a strange mix of emotions, hope, excitement, and a hint of something she couldn't quite name. Whatever it was, she knew one thing for certain: this chance encounter had changed something in her, and she couldn't wait to see where it would lead. The sound of the tow truck rumbling down the quiet street pulled Emily from her thoughts. She watched as it approached, its headlights cutting through the night like beacons. Alex stood beside his car, looking relieved as the truck came to a stop. Emily walked over to him, her hands tucked into the pockets of her jacket to ward off the chill in the air. Looks like your ride's here, she said with a small smile. Yeah, Alex replied, glancing at the tow truck driver as he stepped out and began assessing the situation. I can't thank you enough for all your help tonight, Emily. It was no trouble, she assured him, feeling a warmth in her chest at his gratitude. I'm just glad you won't be stranded here all night. Alex chuckled, a sound that seemed to ease the tension of the evening. I owe you one. If you ever need a ride to the city or anything, just let me know. Emily hesitated, surprised by the offer. Really? That's generous of you. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a business card, handing it to her. I mean it. Call me if you ever need anything. She took the card, feeling the weight of the unexpected connection between them. I might take you up on that offer. Who knows? Their eyes met for a moment, a shared understanding passing between them. Emily felt a flutter of excitement, a sense that this was more than just a chance encounter. The tow truck driver called out to Alex, signaling that they were ready to go. Alex turned back to Emily, a hint of reluctance in his expression. I guess I'd better get going. Safe travels, Emily said, offering a reassuring smile. Thanks. I'll be back through here soon. Maybe we can grab a coffee or something. I'd like that, Emily replied, her heart lifting at the thought of seeing him again. With a final nod, Alex climbed into the tow truck, and Emily watched as it slowly pulled away, taking his car with it. The street was quiet once more, the only sound the faint rustle of leaves in the breeze. As she stood there, Emily found herself reflecting on the evening. There was a sense of excitement bubbling within her, an inexplicable feeling that something significant had begun. She glanced at the card in her hand, Alex's name and number printed neatly on it. A tangible reminder of their meeting. Emily turned and headed back inside, her mind racing with thoughts of what might come next. She knew that life had a way of surprising you, of bringing people into your world when you least expected it. And as she climbed the stairs to her apartment, she couldn't shake the feeling that this was one of those moments. Back in her cozy space, Emily sat by the window, looking out at the starlit sky. She couldn't help but wonder about Alex, about the journey that lay ahead for both of them. There was a sense of possibility in the air, a promise of new beginnings and unexpected connections. As she finally settled into bed, Emily felt a sense of peace wash over her. Whatever the future held, she knew she was ready to embrace it. And with that thought, she drifted off to sleep, dreaming of starry nights and the promise of tomorrow. Emily returned to her routine at the cozy corner diner, her thoughts often drifting back to that unexpected night with Alex. The diner bustled with its usual lunch hour energy, the clatter of dishes, the sizzle from the kitchen, and the hum of conversations blending into a comforting cacophony. Yet, amidst the familiar chaos, Emily felt a new undercurrent of anticipation. "Hey Earth," to Emily, her friend and co-worker, Sarah, called out, waving a hand in front of her face. "You've been daydreaming a lot lately. What's up?" Emily shook her head, a small smile playing on her lips. "Oh, nothing much, just thinking." Sarah raised an eyebrow, not buying it for a second. "Come on, spill. You've got that look. The one you get when something interesting happens." Emily hesitated, then decided to share. Okay. I met someone the other night. His car broke down outside the diner, and I helped him out." Sarah leaned in, intrigued. "And? Was he cute?" Emily laughed, a lightness in her chest. "Yeah, he was. But it's more than that. We talked, and there was this connection, you know." "Sounds like a movie scene," Sarah teased, her eyes twinkling. "Did he give you his number?" "Actually, he did," Emily admitted, pulling the card from her pocket and showing it to Sarah. Sarah's eyes widened as she took the card, examining it with interest. "Wow, he gave you his business card. That's serious, you should call him." Emily bit her lip, uncertainty creeping in. "I don't know. What if he's not interested?" Sarah shook her head, handing the card back. "You'll never know if you don't try. What's the worst that could happen?" Emily considered her friend's words, feeling the weight of the decision. "I guess you're right. It couldn't hurt to reach out." Later that afternoon, as the lunch rush died down, Emily found a quiet moment to herself. She took a deep breath and pulled out her phone, dialing the number on Alex's card. Her heart pounded as she listened to the ringing, each second stretching into eternity. Finally, a voice answered. "Hello, this is Alex." "Hi Alex, it's Emily, from the diner," she said, her voice a mix of nerves and excitement. "Emily. Hi, it's great to hear from you," Alex replied, genuine warmth in his tone. "I was hoping you'd call." Emily felt a smile spread across her face, relief washing over her. "I wasn't sure if I should, but my friend convinced me." "I'm glad she did," Alex said. "I was actually thinking about heading back your way soon. Maybe we could meet up." "I'd like that," Emily replied, her heart lifting at the thought. "When were you thinking of coming by?" "How about this weekend?" Alex suggested. "I can drive down and we can grab that coffee we talked about." sounds perfect, Emily agreed, feeling a flutter of anticipation. I'll be looking forward to it. They chatted a bit longer, making plans and exchanging easy conversation. As Emily hung up, she felt a sense of excitement and possibility. The connection she felt with Alex was undeniable, and she couldn't wait to see where it might lead. The rest of the week passed in a blur of anticipation. Emily found herself looking forward to the weekend, her thoughts often drifting to Alex and their upcoming meeting. She couldn't help but wonder about him, about the life he led and the person he was beyond their brief encounter. Finally, the weekend arrived, bringing with it a crisp, clear morning. Emily dressed carefully, choosing a simple but pretty outfit that made her feel confident. As she headed to the diner, she felt a mix of excitement and nerves, a sense of stepping into the unknown. Alex arrived right on time, his presence bringing a warmth to the diner that seemed to brighten the entire room. Emily greeted him with a smile, feeling a sense of familiarity and comfort in his presence. "Hi," Alex said, his eyes lighting up as he saw her. "It's good to see you again." "You too," Emily replied, feeling a flutter of happiness. "Ready for that coffee?" "Absolutely," Alex said, his smile widening. They settled into a booth, the diner bustling around them as they sipped their drinks and talked. The conversation flowed easily, like they were picking up right where they left off. Emily found herself opening up to Alex, sharing stories about her life, her dreams, and her art. Alex listened intently, his interest genuine and encouraging. "You should really pursue your art, Emily, you've got a gift." "I'd love to," Emily admitted, her passion shining through. "But it's hard to find the time and resources." Alex nodded, understanding in his gaze. "I get that. But sometimes you've just got to take a leap of faith. You never know where it might lead." Their conversation continued, touching on everything from travel to favorite books and movies. Emily felt a connection to Alex that was both exciting and comforting, a sense that she could be herself with him. As they talked, Emily couldn't help but notice the way Alex's eyes lit up when he spoke about his interests, the passion in his voice when he talked about the things he loved. It was clear that beneath the polished exterior was a man who cared deeply about the world around him. The afternoon slipped by, the hours passing in a blur of laughter and conversation. Emily felt a sense of contentment, a feeling that this was exactly where she was meant to be. As they finished their coffee, Alex leaned back, a satisfied smile on his face. "I'm really glad we did this, Emily. It's been a great day." "Me too," Emily said, her heart full. "I've really enjoyed spending time with you." They left the diner, stepping out into the crisp afternoon air. As they walked, Emily felt a sense of possibility, a feeling that this was just the beginning of something special. "Would you like to do this again sometime?" Alex asked, a hint of hope in his voice. "I'd love to," Emily replied, feeling a warmth spread through her. They exchanged a look, a shared understanding passing between them. Emily knew that this was more than just a chance encounter, that there was something real and meaningful between them. And as they parted ways, she felt a sense of excitement and anticipation for the future, knowing that this was just the start of their journey together. Emily sat at a corner table in the bustling city cafe, the lively chatter and clinking of cups creating a symphony that was both invigorating and a touch overwhelming compared to her small-town diner. She sipped her coffee, trying to calm the flutter of nerves in her stomach. The city was a different world, vibrant and fast-paced, a stark contrast to the quiet familiarity of home. The cafe door swung open and Alex walked in, scanning the room until his eyes landed on her. A warm smile spread across his face as he made his way over. Emily felt a rush of relief and happiness at seeing him, the connection they'd shared before sparking to life once more. "Hey, Emily," Alex greeted, settling into the chair opposite her. "It's great to see you again." "You too," Emily replied, her smile mirroring his. "How was the drive?" "Not too bad," Alex said, taking a sip of his coffee. "The city traffic is always a bit of a challenge, but it's worth it to be here." They exchanged small talk, the conversation flowing naturally as they caught up. Emily found herself relaxing, the initial nerves giving way to the comfort of being with someone who felt like an old friend, despite their brief acquaintance. "So how's everything going with your art?" Alex asked, genuine curiosity in his eyes. Emily shrugged, a hint of frustration in her expression. "It's been tough finding time between work and everything else. But I've been trying to sketch more, at least." Alex nodded, understanding. "I know it's not easy, but you've got talent, Emily. Don't give up on it." She appreciated his encouragement, the sincerity of his words lifting her spirits. "Thanks, Alex, it means a lot to hear that." "What about you?" Emily asked, steering the conversation towards him. "How's work treating you?" Alex leaned back, a thoughtful look crossing his face. "Busy as always. But I've been trying to focus more on philanthropy recently. It's something I'm really passionate about." "Philanthropy?" Emily echoed, intrigued. "What kind of projects are you involved in?" "Mostly education and community development," Alex explained, his eyes lighting up with enthusiasm. "I believe everyone deserves a chance to succeed, and sometimes all it takes is a little support to make that happen." Emily listened intently, admiration growing as he spoke. "That's amazing, Alex. I didn't expect you to be, well, who you are." Alex chuckled, a hint of self-deprecation in his smile. "I get that a lot. But honestly, it's something that gives me purpose. It's easy to get caught up in the corporate world and forget what really matters." Emily nodded, resonating with his words. "I feel the same way. I've always wanted to do something meaningful with my art, to make a difference somehow." "You can," Alex said with conviction. "Art has the power to inspire and connect people. Never underestimate that." Their conversation deepened, touching on dreams, aspirations, and the challenges they faced. Emily found herself opening up to Alex in a way she hadn't with anyone else, drawn to his sincerity and the warmth in his eyes. As they talked, the bustling cafe seemed to fade into the background, leaving just the two of them and the connection that felt both new and timeless. Emily realized how rare it was to find someone who truly understood and supported her dreams, and she felt a surge of gratitude for this unexpected bond. Eventually, their cups ran empty, and the afternoon light began to shift, casting a warm glow through the cafe windows. Emily glanced outside, a sense of contentment settling over her. "I'm really glad we did this," Alex said, breaking the comfortable silence. "It's been great getting to know you better." "Me too," Emily replied, her heart full. "I've really enjoyed our time together." They gathered their things, stepping out into the bustling city street. The world around them buzzed with life, but Emily felt a calm certainty in her heart, a knowledge that this was the start of something meaningful. "Would you like to do this again sometime?" Alex asked, hope threading through his words. "I'd love that," Emily said, feeling a warmth spread through her. They exchanged a look, a shared understanding passing between them. Emily knew that this was more than just a chance encounter, that there was something real and meaningful between them. And as they parted ways, she felt a sense of excitement and anticipation for the future, knowing that this was just the start of their journey together. As Emily walked back through the city streets, she felt a newfound sense of purpose and possibility. The conversation with Alex had reignited her passion, reminding her of the dreams she held close to her heart. She knew that the road ahead wouldn't always be easy, but with a friend like Alex by her side, she felt ready to face whatever challenges came her way. The city buzzed around her, vibrant and alive, and Emily embraced the energy, feeling a connection to the world and to herself that was stronger than ever before. She glanced at her phone, a message from Alex lighting up the screen, a simple reminder that she wasn't alone on this journey. With a smile, Emily continued on, ready to embrace the future and all the unexpected connections it would bring. The following weekend, Emily found herself once again in the city, this time at a bustling community center that Alex had invited her to visit. the building was alive with activity. Children laughed and played, while adults gathered in small groups, deep in conversation. The air buzzed with a hopeful energy that was both infectious and inspiring. Alex greeted her at the entrance, his enthusiasm evident in his wide smile. "Emily, I'm so glad you could make it." "Thanks for inviting me," Emily replied, taking in the vibrant atmosphere. "This place is amazing. What's going on here today?" "We're hosting an art and community day," Alex explained, gesturing to the various activities taking place around them. "It's a chance for people to come together, express themselves, and maybe discover something new." Emily's eyes lit up as she spotted a group of children painting at a long table. Their colorful masterpieces a testament to their creativity. "This is wonderful, Alex. I love seeing art being used to bring people together." "That's exactly the goal," Alex said, his voice filled with passion. "Art has a way of breaking down barriers and creating connections." They wandered through the center, stopping to chat with participants and admire the various projects on display. Emily felt a sense of belonging here, surrounded by people who shared her love for creativity and community. As they approached a makeshift stage at the back of the room, Alex turned to her with a thoughtful expression. "Actually, there's something I wanted to talk to you about." "Sure, what's up?" Emily asked, curious. "I've been thinking about expanding the Foundation's work to include more art-focused initiatives," Alex began, his eyes meeting hers. "And I'd love for you to be a part of it." Emily blinked, taken aback by the unexpected offer. "Me? Really?" "Absolutely," Alex said, his tone earnest. "You have a unique perspective and talent, and I think you could make a real difference." Emily felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. "I don't know, Alex. I've never done anything like this before." "That's okay," Alex assured her. "We'll figure it out together. I just think you'd bring something special to the team." The sincerity in his voice touched Emily, and she found herself considering the possibility. The idea of using her art to help others was something she'd always dreamed of, and here was an opportunity to make that dream a reality. "I'd love to help," Emily said finally, a smile breaking across her face. "Thank you for believing in me." Alex grinned, relief and joy evident in his expression. "I'm glad to hear that. I think we're going to do some amazing things together." They spent the rest of the day immersed in the event, collaborating on ideas and discussing potential projects. Emily felt a renewed sense of purpose, her mind buzzing with possibilities and excitement for the future. As the afternoon sun began to dip below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the center, Emily and Alex found a quiet corner to sit and reflect on the day. "Today was incredible," Emily said, her voice filled with gratitude. "I can't believe how much this place is doing for the community." "It's all thanks to people like you," Alex replied, his gaze steady and sincere. "People who care and want to make a difference." Emily felt a warmth spread through her at his words, the weight of her doubts and fears slowly lifting. "I'm really excited about working with you, Alex. I think we can create something truly special." "I have no doubt about that," Alex said, his confidence in her unwavering. They sat together in comfortable silence, the sounds of laughter and music filling the air around them. Emily felt a deep sense of contentment, knowing that she was exactly where she was meant to be. As they left the center, Alex walked her to her car, the evening air cool and refreshing. "Thanks again for today, Emily. I'm really looking forward to what's next." "Me too," Emily replied, her heart full of hope and anticipation. "I'll see you soon." With a final wave, Emily drove away, her mind racing with ideas and possibilities. She knew that this was just the beginning of an exciting new chapter, and she couldn't wait to see where it would lead. In the days that followed, Emily found herself more inspired and motivated than ever before. She threw herself into planning and brainstorming, eager to contribute to the Foundation's mission in meaningful ways. Every conversation with Alex brought new insights and ideas, their partnership growing stronger with each passing day. Emily felt a profound sense of empowerment and purpose, her confidence in her abilities growing as she took on new challenges. She knew that the road ahead wouldn't always be easy, but with Alex by her side, she felt ready to face whatever came her way. Together, they were building something beautiful, a testament to the power of art and community to transform lives. And as Emily embraced this new journey, she knew that she was finally living the life she'd always imagined, surrounded by people who believed in her, and a future filled with endless possibilities. Emily sat at her kitchen table, surrounded by sketchbooks and notes, her mind buzzing with ideas. The sun streamed through the window, casting a warm glow over her workspace. She felt a sense of purpose she hadn't experienced in a long time, fueled by the potential of the new art initiative she was planning with Alex. Her phone buzzed, pulling her from her thoughts. It was a message from Alex. "Hey, are you free to meet this afternoon? I have some exciting updates to share." A smile spread across her face as she quickly typed her response. "Absolutely. Where should we meet?" "How about the park?" "It's a beautiful day," Alex suggested. Emily agreed, feeling a flutter of anticipation. The park was one of her favorite places, a serene spot where she often went to think and find inspiration. Later, as she strolled through the park, Emily took in the vibrant colors of the blooming flowers and the cheerful sounds of children playing. She spotted Alex sitting on a bench near the pond, waving as she approached. "Hey, Emily," Alex greeted, standing up to give her a warm hug. "Thanks for meeting me."
Of course, Emily replied, settling onto the bench beside him. "I'm curious about these updates."
Alex grinned, pulling out a folder filled with papers. "We've secured a grant for the art program. It's going to allow us to expand our reach and offer more workshops and resources." Emily's eyes widened with excitement. "That's amazing, Alex. I can't believe how quickly things are moving." "I know," Alex said, his enthusiasm contagious. "It's all thanks to your ideas and hard work. People are really responding to the vision you've helped create." Emily felt a rush of pride and gratitude. "I'm just so happy to be part of something that makes a difference." They spent the next hour discussing plans, bouncing ideas off each other and sketching out new possibilities. Emily felt a deep sense of camaraderie with Alex, their shared passion for the project strengthening their bond. As they talked, Emily realized how much she valued Alex's friendship and support. He had become an important part of her life, someone who not only believed in her dreams but actively helped her achieve them. Eventually, their conversation turned more personal, drifting away from work and towards their own hopes and aspirations. "Do you ever think about what's next for you outside of work?" Emily asked, curious about Alex's own dreams. Alex leaned back, thoughtful. "I do. I've been thinking a lot about balance, trying to find time for the things I love outside of work, like travel. There's so much of the world I want to see." Emily nodded, understanding. "I've always wanted to travel too. There's something about experiencing new places that inspires my art." "Maybe we could plan a trip sometime," Alex suggested, a hopeful note in his voice.
Emily's heart skipped a beat at the idea. "I'd love that. It would be amazing to explore and create together."
They shared a smile, the possibility of future adventures adding another layer to their growing connection. As the afternoon sun began to dip lower in the sky, casting a golden light over the park, Alex turned to Emily with a more serious expression. "Emily, I've been meaning to tell you something," he began, a hint of nervousness in his voice. "What is it?" Emily asked, her curiosity piqued. Alex took a deep breath, meeting her gaze. "I never imagined my life could change so much thanks to you. You've brought so much joy and inspiration into my world, and I just wanted you to know how much that means to me." Emily felt a warmth spread through her chest, his words touching her deeply. "Alex, I feel the same way. You've been such a positive force in my life. I'm really grateful for everything we've shared." There was a moment of silence, a shared understanding passing between them. Emily realized that what she felt for Alex was more than friendship, that her feelings for him had deepened in ways she hadn't fully acknowledged until now. Emily, Alex said softly, reaching for her hand. I care about you a lot, more than I expected to when we first met.
Emily's heart raced, a mix of emotions swirling within her. I care about you too, Alex. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I think there's something really special between us.
Alex smiled, relief and happiness evident in his expression. I'm glad to hear you say that. I've been hoping you felt the same way. They sat together, hand in hand, the world around them fading into the background. Emily felt a sense of rightness, as if everything had fallen into place. The connection they shared was undeniable, and she knew that whatever the future held, they would face it together.
As they walked through the park, the path ahead seemed brighter and full of promise. Emily felt a renewed sense of hope and excitement, knowing that this was just the beginning of a beautiful journey with Alex by her side. Together, they would continue to build something meaningful both in their work and in their relationship, embracing each new challenge and opportunity with open hearts. Emily found herself standing in front of a large canvas in her apartment, the evening sun casting long shadows across the room. Her mind was a whirl of ideas, each competing for attention as she tried to translate the energy from her day into her art. The recent conversation with Alex had left her feeling inspired and hopeful, and she wanted to capture that feeling in her work. Her phone buzzed on the table, interrupting her thoughts. It was a text from Alex. How's the masterpiece coming along? She smiled, quickly typing back, a work in progress, just like us. Want to see it? His reply came almost immediately. Absolutely. I'll bring dinner. Emily felt a flutter of excitement as she tidied up her space, anticipation building at the thought of seeing Alex again. Their relationship had grown in unexpected ways, each encounter deepening their connection. A knock on the door pulled her from her reverie. She opened it to find Alex standing there, a bag of takeout in hand and a warm smile on his face. Hey, he greeted. Stepping inside, I brought your favorite. Perfect timing, Emily said, taking the bag from him. I was just about to take a break. They settled on the sofa, the aroma of the food filling the room as they unpacked the containers. The conversation flowed easily between bites, their laughter mingling with the sounds of the city outside. So, what's the latest with the foundation? Emily asked, genuinely curious. Alex leaned back, a thoughtful look on his face. We're planning a big event next month to showcase the community's art projects. It's going to be a